Well, hello people. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am very tired and my foot is very sore. I'm hoping to come back to school on Thursday, so we'll see how that goes. And for my students that were with Miss Lachlan on Monday, which was you guys, I want to say thank you for being so good to her. She wrote me a lovely text message. In fact, I posted on Instagram saying how wonderful you all were and how kind you were and how helpful. And I can't tell you how much that means to me when I'm under the weather to get a report like that back, because when your classroom is out of sorts, then you can't relax and you can't get well, and you guys have made it easier for me to try to get better. I feel pretty crappy today. I have a bad headache and my foot's really swollen and bothering me. So I'm not going to talk long, but I just want to say we are not going to do the Crucible test until next week. We're going to do the Crucible test next week. You're going to do a quiz today with Mr. Stroosma, a total points quiz, just to see where you're at, and you're going to get participation points for doing it. But that should help you prepare for the real test. But I want to make sure that I'm in good health when we do this first big test together, and that I can go over all the rules with you for test taking and all of that. So we're just going to wait till next week. That's fine. So anyways, so today, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get your computers and you're going to get set up, and I want you to log into your My LBUSD portal and start the class with silent reading today. So I'm going to ask Mr. Stroosma to pause the video here for a minute so that you all can get your computers and get set up, or at least log into the portal. Once you log into the portal, make sure that you go to your 11th grade textbook and that you go to Unit 5. And then I want you to go to your independent learning in Unit 5. So you will see when you go to your table of contents, you just go to Unit 5 and click on it, and you'll see your unit introduction, whole class learning, small group learning, and then you're going to click on independent learning. Okay, so go ahead and do that now, and I'm going to pause for a minute. Okay, Mr. Stroosma should have turned the video back on. So our essential question is one that we've been looking at for this whole unit, which is how do we respond when challenged by fear? And we've seen people respond in different ways, especially in the Crucible. We've seen people like Giles Corey, who stands up and is unwilling to give testimony even in the face of fear. We see John Proctor, who begins with a lie and ends with honesty. We see people that start ratting each person out, and neighbors, you know, during the Salem witch trials, because they're afraid it's going to be that they're going to be chosen as a witch. So we're seeing a lot of different actions related to fear. So you're going to be reading today, and it asks that you want to look back, think about the selections you have already studied. What more do you want to know about the topic of fear? Look ahead, preview the text by reading the descriptions, which one seems most interesting and appealing to you, and then look inside. Take a few minutes to scan the text you choose. Choose a different one if this text doesn't meet your needs. Now remember, you're choosing just one of these selections to read during SSR today. So you're going to choose either the magazine article, What You Don't Know Can Kill You, or you're going to choose Runagate, which is poetry, or you're going to choose the poetry collection by 3 different poets, an essay called What Are You So Afraid Of? So those are your choices for your reading, okay? And then if you finish that, if you finish your particular piece that you have chosen before the end of SSR time, go ahead and pick another short one to read through, okay? And so please make sure that you are reading the entire SSR time, and as always, that your phone's on silent unless you're listening to music. If you want to listen to the stories read out loud to you during SSR, then you can get the headsets out of the box. Just make sure that you put them back. If you have your own headsets, you can use your own headsets, but it's up to you. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for SSR today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. Then I'm going to be sending you a link to 2 quizzes. And it's going to be in an email, so it'll be easy for you to find on School Loop, of course. And you will practice take the quizzes to see how you do on the Crucible test. Okay, so that's going to take you a little bit of time to do that. And note your scores on both of them so that I know what they are when I get back. And then I want you to go ahead, because you were working on your essay during the minimum day, I want you to go ahead and spend the rest of the period on the essay. So plan to do that, because I'm going to be looking at the essays when I get back. So if you didn't finish, or if you need to edit, or you need to check, please do so. Make sure that you spell the Crucible correctly. Some people were spelling Crucible wrong, so make sure that you have the Crucible spelled correctly. Okay? Have a wonderful day with Mr. Stroosma. Make sure that you don't overheat. It's still going to be warm tomorrow, so stay cool, drink your fluids, and hopefully I'll see you all Thursday and Friday this week. Okay? All right. Take care, kids. Bye-bye.